Here is the outline of our presentation. It shows the sequence of 5 important parts of our research that we will be sharing with you shortly. Welcome to the introduction of our research study. The title of our research is the Internet of Things in University Environment. The Internet of Things has become a growing research area by researchers. The idea of the Internet of Things involves the embedding of short-range mobile transceivers into a vast range of gadgets and everyday items, thus creating fresh forms of communication between people and the things, and also communication among things themselves. In this research, we will narrow our area of interest to the innovative application of Internet of Things in university environment. There are various usages of IoT being developed and implemented in various fields in the market. The existing fields that has IoT involvement, which are healthcare, intelligent building, production and inventory management, transportation, and lastly, recycling and waste management. Hence, the objectives of this research are to compare what other research have done and which can be adapted into university environment. Next, to survey what students think about Internet of Things and whether they are ready for the implementation of it. Lastly, to propose an idea on how Internet of Things can be implemented in university environment. The process of identifying research ideas was done through review of the Internet of Things literature. There are several domains that give us inspiration on how IoT can be implemented in university environment. The domains are product and inventory management, intelligent building, transportation, and education. In the product and inventory management, the items are usually embedded with smart tag such as QR code and RFID to give the item unique identifiers. The goal of this subject is to let users to log their items more efficiently and manage effectively without human intervention. It also provides location tracking, remote inventory level monitoring, and also reporting of material consumption in an automatic manner. The IoT in university environment also include intelligent building. The smart system that installed in the building is capable of controlling various systems such as air conditioning, lighting system, and others. By doing so, it reduces energy consumption of the buildings and save on electricity bill. The setup of smart environment has numerous benefits in management and optimization for transport in public areas. As an example, the parking space optimization can tackle down the problem of the limitation of parking space that could rise traffic congestion around campus. The technologies used in this example are using sensors that can identify if there is a vehicle on the parking space, and also using cloud for analysis and storing information. Besides, there are various uses of IoT in the education field as well. For example, implement campus security features that using badges to identify students, staff, or any other visitors. IoT can also be used to enhance education quality through the utilization of the sensors to monitor the behaviors of the students and returns a real-time data for the student to view. There is also a suggestion from researchers that students has to wear a wearable device for a classroom management. This device automatically takes student attendance and also helps educator to send notification about homeworks and also send a haptic vibration to a particular student's wearables to redirect their attention or behavior to get their focus in the class.
Our research methodology is divided into two categories. The first one is the quantitative category, while the other is the qualitative category. Under the quantitative category, we have chosen survey as our research method, while under the qualitative category, we have decided to use interview and also non-participant observation method as our research methods. As for the survey method, questionnaire was chosen as a data collection instrument to carry out the research. It is prepared to see what is the students' perspective towards the Internet of Things in general, and from there we can determine whether the students are actually prepared for the implementation of IoT in university environment. Based on the questionnaire's response, we then carry out a data analysis on it. As we can see, 28 students out of 47 students responded that they knew about Internet of Things, and that makes it 60% of the students actually heard about Internet of Things. We then list a series of products ranging from smartwatch, smart health kit, smart house, and others to see that whether the students are exposed to any of the Internet of Things related products before. It shows that 74% of students have actually experienced some of the IoT products before, while 12 respondents, which makes out the 26% of the students, have yet to experience any IoT products before. And next, inside our questionnaires, we have a question that asks the students to see whether they think that IoT products can actually make their life easier. And based on the response from the students, it seemed that majority of them agree that IoT products can actually make their life easier. In other words, they acknowledge the contribution of IoT and think that it is useful. Up next, we have interview as our research method, and it is carried out with a group of 5 students around the campus. The goal of this interview is to learn about the difficulties that the students are facing in their university life. From there, we can possibly have an idea about how IoT can be implemented to help these students. And it shows that the students are facing quite some difficulties in their university life. Here is a brief summary of the list of problems stated by the students. Next, the non-participant observation method is carried out to discover problems around the university environment. And here is the result from the observation that we have made.
Alright, let's move to proposed solution. In this part, we have proposed 4 main ideas on where we can implement the IoT in university environment. The ideas are as following. First is for teaching and learning. Second is for inventory management. Next is smart building, which will be focusing on energy consumption. And lastly is for transportation, which we narrow it to bus tracking system. Let's go in detail for the first idea. For this part, each student will be given an ID card or some connected device to begin with. Inside the card will be installed with RFID tags. RFID is the short form for radio frequency identification. It is an ID system that uses small radio frequency identification device for identification and tracking purpose. Let's look on a situation for attendance process. With RFID tags installed in students' metric card, the tag of their card will automatically update their attendance based on the matching class schedules of the students. That way, a record can be stored in a central database at each faculty rather than each lecturer keeping a copy for it themselves. Let's move to the second idea, which is inventory management. The concept is almost same as teaching and planning idea. The difference is, previous idea's main component is using students' metric card, while in this idea, we link the RFID tags to the item itself. This idea is very convenient for the use in store and library environment. How does it work? For example, in library environment, RFID chip is attached in the book. Then, RFID reader is placed near the bookshelf. Next, the third idea is building energy consumption. It is basically from a smart building, but we focus more on energy consumption. The goal of this subject is to create a smart environment in the classroom or lecture hall, staff office, and etc., which can also keep the building safe electricity. We can install the sensor technology into the lighting system, and each block of this is equipped with RFID tags that keep monitoring the ventilation, which is AC supply behavior. With RFID system, keeps sensing the environment change, it can collect data and push it to the central control system. For example, is lighting system in lecture hall. A situation when a group of students who enter the hall, the light will automatically switch on and keep switch on until the last person out from the hall. Then it will switch off automatically. And the last idea is transportation. It is to enhance the traffic flow in campus, which can benefit all users in it.
There are several components needed in order for it to functioning, which are Intel Galileo board, Android application and APIs, GPS, and GSM. So, how does it work? Intel Galileo board will process the location of the bus that it gets from GPS or GSM before sending the data to the cloud server. At backend, a process is happening. The board will perform algorithm to calculate estimate time arrival. All the information will be stored in database, and then the server retrieve the data and send to mobile application. We have come to the end of the presentation. As for conclusion, the use of Internet of Things can help us to create a meaningful information from raw data that can make use for good purpose, especially in our university environment, as what have been proposed before. Thank you for watching.